to now. So I kind of marked these down. Actually, and I'll run through it, and then we'll go. This is where I'll need you guys to take notes. So the 4 areas of improvement from easiest to hardest. Number 1, the easiest thing to improve upon first was, what did I do first? What did we do first? Space. Okay, clearly space, figuring out the right layout so that it would feel like it's, this is where classes are, this is where training is, here's the locker rooms, here's our cardio section, that's where the training happens. Simple. But that was the first thing and the easiest thing to fix because, and by the way, all of this is designed with the member in mind. I'm going back to how can we get the member to feel and see a world-class training experience, right? So every time that there's a training session that's on the mat and there's a class, like we have to be thinking, is this the message that we sold people when they started? Because we told them that they're going to be in the 4 squat racks and using these big ugly pieces of equipment that look like they belong in a Roman Colosseum where the gladiators fought, and yet they're over here on the mat, right? So the classes are different, and they are our segue. They are going to be world class, but they are different than the semi-private training. But that was the first thing. So paint, equipment, layout, music. Still working on that, Bree. Towels.
That was rock bottom.
Scent. I know. You didn't even. I already told everybody. I said I didn't even do anything. I just looked at you, and you still had that guilty conscience. I didn't even do anything. I didn't even do anything.
But it was rock bottom.
No. But like I'm telling you, I just looked at you and gave you that look like you did something, but you didn't do anything.
Why do you make me feel guilty?
But I didn't. I just looked at you.
You looked at me like this is Spotify, and I looked at you back and I screamed out, "This is rock bottom!" And then the guy in my class was like, "Are you talking to me?" And I'm like, I'm screaming at my boss. As per usual.
As per usual. So on your phone or on your piece of paper, I honestly want your opinion because one of the things, like, we're going to be getting a new chandelier uptown. We're going to be replacing some of the fixtures in the toilet, some of the mirror uptown. But I honestly want your opinion. What are some of the things you would like to see different? I am going to be looking for a graffiti artist to potentially do some graffiti here, like some cool, like colorful, but not like, not neon everywhere, but a colorful graffiti work of art from an artist.
You do like Sandy sweatshirt on the wall.
Can we just hang it up? Stretch the fabric, find that fabric.
They sell tapestries.
We could put tapestries. The scents might get old after a little bit. But serious, if you would be so kind as to put down ways that you think the facility could be improved 1 month, 3 month, 6 months to 12 months from now, I am all ears, and I would love your feedback. Not now, but if you can send those, you can fill it out and then send that to me. Okay, I'd like to make a list. What? Yeah, either location. Yes. Yeah. And by the way, I want to run this by, but Lauren's aesthetic improvements have been already felt too, because she was very helpful in converting Uptown, it was my former bedroom, to the massage room, and has been crushing it with massage and very helpful with both what to buy, what upgrades need to be made. She was helping us purchase heaters. Little things like that. It's noted and appreciated and not thanked enough. So thank you again. So any improvements that you can think of, either location. Next. Anyone want to guess what's next? We only have a couple more minutes, so. Weirdly enough, that's last. That's the hardest thing, and I'll go over why. But bingo. So infrastructure. The systems include marketing, sales, any and all processes, from ordering cleaning supplies to paper to whatever, office supplies, anything like that. And then to actually the systems for trainers. So like not the actual training, but the systems for trainers to clock in, the systems for trainers to this is an opening shift. This is what you do for opening. This is what you do for closing. Bree is going to give a lecture on what happens when you're done with all your folders after this. I'm just kidding.
I'm getting one term,
Giving.
Okay. I already lectured him.
Okay, good.
Folders.
Welcome back, Ryan. But so with that, on your little piece of paper, anything that you think you can contribute or you'd like to see, you can express this to me in a one-on-one too if you don't feel like sending it to me in email or text message. But anything you feel like you can contribute or would like to see changed in marketing, any sales, any operations. So whether it's somebody coming in for a 30-day trial, classes, I might change classes up for February, and anything for trainers. If you're like, look, can we just get a front desk person? I want to be able to, after my shift is over, to just walk out and not have to put away towels and not have to put away folders. I'd really like a front desk person.
Yes. Because the other day when I was doing.
Just put it down.
Okay.
Okay. Number 3. This is a close number 1 in terms of the hardest thing to change. But it kind of goes back to what we spoke about before in terms of the level of accountability and getting people to feel like they belong. But culture. I think that's probably the 3rd hardest thing to change. Barry and I spoke this morning about how members used to just, if they had a 6:30 a.m., they would just walk in at 8:30, wouldn't text, wouldn't call, wouldn't email, and just say, oh, well, I overslept, and just expect a training session. Meanwhile, there's already 4 people booked. So that was unfair to Barry. It was unfair to the other 4 people who had already booked and held their level of accountability and their session. So getting this concept of this culture of, your word is gold. If you say you're going to be here, you're going to be here. And similarly, getting the member to feel the difference, getting them to hear the difference. That includes the music, but it also includes us yelling across the room, hey, good to see you, or hey, if we're coaching somebody from across the room, getting somebody's attention, and then just experiencing the difference. So experiencing the difference could be the day after a good workout. It could be the day after they went through the new training systems or whatever. But getting them to really feel that culture and that difference and how this place is different. I like what Bree said, even if it was quoting me. But you're not just a number, and that in itself, if you back that statement out, you're going to treat somebody different by saying to them, you're not just a number. Like you're not just a trainer. You're more than that. And so thinking beyond this is going to move our expectations of ourselves and our clients, and then thus the business, and then circuitously it goes back to me. It requires more of me. So that means that we all get better. And then last, we already talked about this, but technical. For training to be absolutely world-class, we have to be obsessed. We have to be obsessed. We have to be obsessed. I had a conversation with Kev earlier today about the difference in the chin-ups here on the TRX rack versus the chin-ups over there and who it's right for. Because I saw him doing it on Instagram, and I said, wait, why are you doing it over here? Because I want to know. Maybe this is better over here, maybe. But he said something about how if you have a little bit bigger hands, it's easier to grip. It feels like a fat grip. Meanwhile, I have a little smaller hands. I don't like feeling like I'm going to slip off doing a chin-up. I don't care if my hands are calloused. I want to get my chin-ups in. But it was a good conversation because I said, why are you doing this? Because I want to know. And having that unquestionable, relentless thirst for getting better and for saying, I'm not good enough yet. I'm good, but I'm not good enough. And so having that level of not just that thirst, but that persistence to continually push. And by the way, it doesn't mean you're going to 18 seminars. I have a friend who goes to a seminar every other weekend in New York, and I'm like, dude, do you work? Like he's Friday, Saturday at seminars. I'm like, you work 4 days. Like, and look, I like names and numbers. Or letters and numbers after your name. He's got RKC letters 1, 2, 3, whatever. He's got all these. I'm like, but dude, you don't train. And I see you training people on Instagram, and I'm like, there's no changes. So why are you going to seminars? So my question for you, in a summation, is what do you need from me? in order to be more world class? Notice I said more. Because tomorrow I want to be more world class than I am today, as far as a coach, as far as a manager, an entrepreneur. And I'd like to push you to do the same kind of thought processes for yourself of what do I need to do, what can I do, but also who can I reach out to? We talked about plus minus equals. What can I do to continually push my level, even if it's just one step at a time? If it's 0.5% today, if it's 2% tomorrow, if it's 0.5% on Saturday, but what can I do? And so the question I have for you, and I'd like to leave you with today, is what can I do to help you become more world class? And whether it's deliver a more world class experience, whether it's become a more world class coach, whether it's become a more world class listener. Like the last 4 books that I've read have nothing to do with training, absolutely nothing. And they've been some of the most enlightening books because of the fact that they are way beyond my scope, bless you, and because they challenge my thought processes. So, so I'm curious on your thoughts. Send those to me if you would, please. You can also hand in your tests, guys. Pop quiz. What were the 5 Ps? Just kidding. But really, thank you guys for coming. I want to do this once a month. I would like to schedule our one-on-ones if we can make them regular times, as regular as possible, client notwithstanding. But so we can continually push this. And again, I did record this. Hopefully we can hear it, but I did record this, so if you guys have questions, I'm going to upload this. All right? B, you look like you want to say something.
Oh, you actually recorded it on your phone?
Yeah.